Hatter turns into back bacon. Kiss from Dutchess turns him back into himself. Are you tired of the empty shell your life has become, said the Hatter. That's as good of a reason as any for coming to Wonderland, said the author. At least you're honest, said Alice. Wonderland's not that bad of a place to be, said the author, if you refuse to be anybody else than yourself. I've always won, said Alice, just by being myself. I shall not put up with any of your aggressively un-PC comments, said the Duchess to the Hatter. Who says I'm not PC? Said the Hatter. You need to think before you talk, said the Dormouse. Cuckoo-coo-caroo, cuckoo-coo-caroo, shouted the Hatter. Is that enough for you, you kook of a Canadian writer? I guess it will have to do, said the author. Keep on saying it, and you will be more Canadian than I am. The Hatter likes bacon, back bacon, said Alice. The Hatter turned into a huge piece of back bacon. He started to sizzle as if he were being roasted. The Duchess kissed him. The sizzling process reversed itself. By the time she moved her lips away, the Hatter was himself again, back from being bacon. Through the fire and water I will stand with you, said the Duchess to the author. Please don't, said the author. You have a home with a lot of cooking in it to look after. Hatter tells author to kiss the Duchess. I'm trying to do for Wonderland what Picasso did and Braque did for painting when they invented Cubism, said the author. Get a life, said the Hatter. What do you mean? Said the author. Get a life. I feel most alive, said the author, when I am writing. Anyone who is so obsessed with Alice in Wonderland that they keep constantly year after year, day in and day out, reading and writing new ideas for the book doesn't have a life. I would call it a life, said Alice. Do you have a wife and kids, said the Hatter. No. When was the last time you kissed a girl? 1999, said the author. Can you kiss me, said the Duchess. I'm too busy writing, said the author. I'll do it after the Hatter kisses you. I think author is very funny, said Alice. Kook, said the Hatter. I admit to being a little bit eccentric, said the author. Go kiss the Duchess, said the Hatter. You kook. I bring to Wonderland a profound devotion, said the author. You mean you are in love with the Duchess, laughed the Hatter. You have gone from being painfully simplistic, said the author, to being outright wrong. Get some real friends, said the Hatter. For me, Wonderland is neither occupation nor vocation. It is existence itself, said the author. In that case, said the Hatter, you don't exist. Don't get existential with us, said the Dormouse. You don't know what you are talking about, said the Hatter. No, said the Dormouse, you don't, and you really don't exist at all. I'm not a critic of art and life, said the author. I'm a person who is obsessed with legends, folk tales, and fairy tales to the point of turning them into art and life. Girl talk, said the Hatter. It is time, said the author, that you dissented from your own opinions. The Hatter put his face in his hands and muttered, Get a life. You, said Alice, are now talking with yourself and giving yourself good advice. I am not stopping him, said the author. Take off, Canuck, said the Hatter. I am not a thoughtless dreamer, said the author. I think a lot, and I dream on paper in multiple dimensions. One part of your brain is trying to send messages to another, said the Duchess to the Hatter. It's just that they aren't getting there. Why do you write this stuff, said the Hatter. Tea, said the author, is a fantastically complex beverage. Tea parties are even more refreshing and complex. Kiss me, said the Duchess. I am drinking, said the author, my tea. You like all the perfections of familiar comfort, said the author to the Hatter. Not me, said the Weasel. I'm a nurse. I have to work. At least we have one thing in common, said the Hatter to the author. Perhaps I should write a book about you. I'll let the author do the writing, said the Pink RX Weasel. You don't have to, said the Hatter. You could bum around in school until you are well into your 50s like the Tweedledee and Tweedledum, or worse like the author. What do you work at? Asked the author. Keeping you two healthy. That, said the author, is a very big job for a very small weasel. The bigger the challenge, said the Weasel, sitting up straight and unzipping her pink jacket, the more I like it. Why can't you be like that? Said the author to the Hatter. Why can't you be like that? Said the Hatter to the author. I must say, Pink Weasel, said the author, you truly are in the pink. Quite agree with you, said the Duchess, and the moral of that is, Be what you would seem to be, or if you'd like it put more simply, never imagine yourself not to be otherwise than what it might appear to others, that what you were or might have been was not otherwise than what you had been would have appeared to them to be otherwise. You said that before, said the Hatter, and I was wanting to hear you say it myself so that I could tell you that I wish the Queen would cut your head off. It helps to have no illusion, said Alice. Isn't Wonderland just one great big illusion? You aren't an illusion, said the author. Neither are you, Pink RX Weasel. You are both more real than I am. What about me, said the Hatter. You're inevitable, said the author. There is no getting rid of the irrational. The author patted himself on the head. Suddenly he was wearing the Hatter's top hat, and the Hatter was bareheaded. The irrational, said the author, can be fun. Give it back or I'll punch you out, said the Hatter. He took a swing at the author, but so awkward was it that he fell on the ground. This is Canadian paper, it sticks. You almost punched yourself out, said the Duchess. The Weasel took the hat off the author's head, and when the Hatter was back on his feet, she handed the hat back to him. No fist fights here, said the Pink RX Weasel. You two are worse than the Tweedles. You need to grow up. Wonderland might explode if either of them grew up, said the March Hare. That is the least, said the Dormouse, that could go wrong. Do you have any idea, said the author to the Weasel, just how young you are? I remember being part of a totem pole, said the Weasel, and being on a prescription pad. How about I have some beer, said the Hatter. There's no booze in Wonderland, said the author. Can you imagine what it would be like if I were to get drunk with the Mad Hatter? Have some more tea, said the Pink RX Weasel rather anxiously. It's very healthy for you. First, a can of 5% alcohol Lowenbrau beer appeared in the Hatter's hand, and then one in the author's. Oh no, cried the Pink RX Weasel. Oh no. That completes that two-pager.